we are live, and I'm so happy to be with you guys. So happy, so happy, so happy to be with you again. Today we are going to be talking about luck. So today we are going to be talking about how do we attract luck into our life and all the fortune and all the abundance. Is it that some people just get lucky and they're just under the lucky star, or is it some people just get born and they're just unlucky? Sorry guys, I just switch off this light, maybe it's going to be better. Not sure. Anyway, okay, yeah, I hope you can hear me. So send me a thumbs up if you can hear me, guys. So today we are going to be talking about luck. I'm going to just shield that light behind me, yes, so you can see me better. So today we are going to be talking about luck and how is it, why is it that sometimes, things are just, I'm sure some of you experienced it, and put hands up if you did, that sometimes in life things are happening just very naturally for us, like things are flowing and we are in this natural flow of things, and everything is like smooth. And then something happens and it's almost like your life explodes and suddenly is no longer the case. Things are no longer smooth, and in fact it's a real struggle, and it's almost like uphill battle to get anywhere or to get anything that we really care about and want. So we will be talking about all of that and much more. I will be sharing 10 proven ways that have a tendency to improve our luck, but not just luck like winning a lottery, although that's part of it, but also luck in terms of, luck to me and happiness, that goes like hand in hand a little bit, is being surrounded by great people, doing what we love, spending the time, having a joy in life, waking up in the morning and looking forward to a new day and seeing the future as a bright thing that is ahead of you. All of that we will be talking about today. So before the further delay, I will just introduce myself to those of you who haven't seen me before. Although I know many of you from all kind of places has been watching me for years, and thank you again for those of you who have, for coming again and for, contributing and interacting to all this, because actually I am choosing all these subjects to be able, listening to you, to be able to serve you, to be able to answer your questions. And how I chose this one, it was one of you who said to me, Luz, how come it's so easy for some people and it's so hard for me? So we'll be talking about that as well. So hi guys, let me know where you joining me from. And in the meantime, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Lucia Hoxa. I'm fertility mindset coach. And I also, for years actually, for the last 20 years, I've been working as a coach, supporting women all over the world to fulfill on what they truly want in life, and especially in areas of relationships, which is actually where relationships in our lives influence us so much, especially relationship we have with our own selves. So I love what I do and I keep on doing it. I am mum of 2 little beautiful daughters, and my life has been a roller coaster of all sorts of things. And I'm very pleased to say that I was just talking to my friend a couple of days ago, and when I started being mum, sorry, I will drift off a little bit, but I want to share this with you. When I started being mum, it is all I wanted for so many years, and it was real blessing. But it came with challenges, not just sleepless nights, not just, sheer fact that you are alone with twins when they are sick, and that's really hard. And day to day, millions of things that you need to do as a mother, as a businesswoman, as a daughter, so many roles we hold as women. But it has been challenging also in terms of identity crisis. I don't know for those of you who are already moms and are watching. You see, I'm streaming from my kid's bedroom. That behind me is a It's a double bed. We got a double bed now. We are like 3. So exciting. It's not a cot anymore. But, you know, I want to say to you, for those of you who are mums, you know, and I would love you to share with me if that something similar happened to you, because I was doing a photo shoot. That's why I'm so pretty today. Laughing because it's a lot of makeup on me. But, you know, like, I was sharing with my photographer, who is also mum from my kindergarten, really lovely lady. And we've been saying, yes, we all moms go through similar things. Like, you know, we face almost like identity crisis, because you turn to be a mother and suddenly everything is different. Your body is different, your hormones are up and down, your emotions are like, you never felt such a strong emotions ever in your life before. And everything is different, everything is busy, you don't, you know, you're tired, it's like being, you know, at least like me, I had it like twice in like being a twin mom. But I'm sure not many of you relate to this. Maybe also, I would love to hear that, you know, coming into motherhood is a big shockwave, and you don't have a time to process it all and to kind of get your head around what the hell happened to you since you gave the birth. And it took maybe around now, like we just started kindergarten, like 3 years old, or when kids start kindergarten, when mother actually steps back and it's got that time to actually say and to actually look like, okay, what's going on with me? How do I feel? What do I want to do? You know, back to work, or, you know, everybody's got a different situation. So it's almost like, who did I become in those years since I became a mother? And that's something that I would love to bring up as a subject which you inspired me, but also my own story. And I would like to, you know, share with you, actually, you know, I'm fertility mindset coach, also coaching relationships, but there's a lot of women who are also coming to me who are already moms. So I would like to open this subject, and exciting news before we go and talk about what we are going to talk about today. What is in a subject of this is that, guys, ready for this, is that in 2 weeks time, because we are streaming every second Friday now, in 2 weeks time, there are two good news for you. And for those of you who are watching in English and can also speak in Slovak, there are two good news. Is that one is that for a long time you've been asking me, Luz, start speaking Slovak as well. Unfortunately, this news is not good news, because if you're Slovak and Slovak speaking only, you will not know. So I will probably share that in Slovak some point later, but we will be streaming in Slovak again as well. And another good news, which I'm even more excited about, is that I will have a buddy. And he's my friend and also coach, wonderful woman called Zuzana, who I used to coach many years ago, and she's been amazing, and she's got her own practice now, which is always so exciting, you know, when I'm able to, you know, not only, you know, transform your life, but your life changes so much that you want to give it away, because you're so filled up with all that loveliness and all that power that you just can't help but to help others and pass it on again. So Susanna will be joining me, hopefully, fingers crossed. We've been flirting with the idea that she's already joined me in 2 weeks time. So watch this space, we will let you know. But yeah, Zuzka Taylor is going to be joining me from London. I'm very excited about it. And now we are going to start. So before we go ahead, I've got a question. I'm going to play with you today. Can I be really playful? I've just done the photo shoot and it was so lovely. It was so playful. We've been laughing. We've been joking. I just loved it so much. So I will stay in that mood and I'm going to be playful with you. And I'm going to ask you a question. And I know some of you are watching live, but some of you are at work. So we will be watching this from replay. So let me know, guys, if you're joining us live, if you're joining us from replay in the comments. And of course, all the hearts are very welcome. I'm always pleased when I see a little heart there. I want to ask you, when did you last time felt lucky? When did you last time felt lucky? And I want you And it can be anything, by the way. It can be like, you know, I found a parking space, or I won £10 on a scratch ticket, or it can be, you know, your man proposed to you, you know, or it can be anything. I gave birth to a healthy child, or, you know, I got pregnant, or you know, or anything, even like things that you always wished and suddenly it was there, you know. Like, for example, I always wanted to, it was just little thought, like these earrings I wear, like it came to me just like a miracle, like when I was in a hospital giving just before I gave birth. And I don't know, I just felt like wear them because it was so lucky. It was the wonderful woman who made them for me, and it was just so filled with, you know, love, this little present. And it was such a nice coincidence how I met. And so anyway, question is, when did you last time feel lucky? And my second question is, what state of mind you've been in when you felt lucky? Yeah, so when did you last time felt like you are lucky, you're fortunate, you're happy? Otherwise, it's all connected, isn't it? And also, what state of mind you've been in when you felt this way? So that's just something to plant you in. And I guess I start this subject just by saying, you know, luck is a very fragile thing, and I personally think that it's at least in my own life, it's been there, and then it wasn't there, and then it was period when it really wasn't there, or it felt like it. And then it was a real period when I was thinking, this is it, this is me sorted, like everything flows and it's so wonderful. And then something happened and it all exploded and it went back to square one, or wherever, you know, to different space. And so, you know, and some people say, like, you know, you're just lucky, everything works for you. Or, you know, they say to me, Lucia, you're so lucky, like you've got amazing husband, amazing kids, like beautiful home, you know, you live in a close to nature. And that's true. Yes, that's all very true, and I consider myself being very lucky ever since I've been child. However, I did have my challenges and a fair share of, you know, like huge obstacles on this way. The reason why I'm sharing this is that I personally, and I don't know, you can share with me, I personally don't believe that some people are born under lucky star and it is consistent and it stays that way. I do believe that some people are, you know, born what seems to be in a, you know, fortune-loving family where, you know, parents are together and there is plenty of love and wonderful space to develop themselves. Yes, that absolutely helps with the way they form their character and how they progress in life. Absolutely, that helps a lot. But at the same time, you know, these people can be very lucky on one side, but without challenges in life, they don't have that many opportunities to learn. So it's, you know, it's a little bit like, you know what I'm trying to say? It can be easy, but too easy is sometimes boring. And I know some people who been so bored that they started taking drugs, for example. So, you know, I love this saying that, you know, every news, even good news, can be good news and bad news at the same time. And every bad news can be bad news, but also good news at the same time. Oh, thank you, Christine loves my earrings. Thank you. That was a gift. I was just saying, it was such a loving gift. I love the earrings, but I love the person who I bought them from as well, who gave them to me. So, so talking about luck, I believe it's not something that is consistent. And good news is, I believe it's something that we can really generate. And actually, we have a lot of influence on how to attract it. So let's talk about 10 ways how to go about it. Are you ready? If you're ready, guys, put in the comments you're ready. And I see more and more people joining. Sorry, guys, I'm improvising today because I'm again joining from my kids' room. So I don't have a great light today. In fact, there is a lot of light. But the most important thing is that we are together. I'm just so excited. So what influences our luck and what actually causes that some people are luckier than others? In actual fact, that we are sometimes feeling lucky and we are riding this wave when all is well. And sometimes we are feeling pretty shitty and that's got an opposite effect. You know, it's got a... Do you have that feeling that things got a tendency to accumulate? Whether it's good things or bad things? And my mum's got that saying, but it's pretty naughty. So I won't say it. But but that's very true. That's just the expression of it, like things has a tendency to accumulate. So what is the first secret? Well, I observed people and I noticed that one of the ways how we can definitely improve, our fortune, our luck, the sense of abundance in our life is to have to be social, to talk to people, to talk to strangers, to to definitely like establishing new relationships and being open, being curious and being genuinely interested in people, but at the same time nourishing our existing relationships that we have in our lives. And just kind of, for no reason, just like picking up the phone and saying, hey, how are you doing? And really like finding out how people are and having this free conversation without having agenda or anything like that. I do that all the time. And it, you never know where it takes you. This is what I learned. Even like talking to new people. I was talking to cleaner from our kindergarten at day, and she's a really lovely lady, and you never know, you can hear some it can be anything. It can be like tip for a Christmas concert like I did here, which again is going to bring more joy to me and my family. Or it can be, I don't know, like I was sharing with her, I had a back pain recently and to my beautician, and she gave me some real good tips for something. Or it can be just sheer, connection, or they can, just simply by even people who never meet again, by you sharing something openly, like your desire to, I don't know, move to a different country or travel the world, by actually expressing it and sharing it out loud, it's got a real power for you literally creating your future. Especially if you have energy, if you have that kind of listening of the person, it's got a great power. It can be the beginning of something that you start attracting to your life. So sharing with other people, and being open to connections, like really connecting, not just talk about weather and these, it's okay to talk about weather, but like really being interested in people and really sharing your world and authentically, it's got a great power, and it enriches our lives as well. Second tip that I have here, that when I was thinking, I was actually writing an article about it as well, is important when we think of luck or happiness, is to imagine the whole thing as a stepping stones to success. I don't know if you ever had that, but you and I, we have it like, and a beautiful podcast I heard recently, that the same way as universe is ever expanding, universe is continuously expanding, or so the scientists say, although it's, infinite, but it's still expanding. I can't even really, we can't get our head around it, but let's consider it's expanding. Same way, human nature, human beings, has got a tendency to expand in their life. So whether it's in terms of desires as well. Let's just focus on that for now. Or knowledge, when we are in a good, vibe, we like to learn new things. I just today I started learning like Spanish, like I'm so attracted in that language. But, we have a tendency, and there's always like something else we want to have, or something else we want to try, or places to go. We always have these desires, have a baby, or meet the man of our dreams, or woman. I can see Pavel is watching, so hi, Pavel. We always have something else to strive for, to desire. And it's very natural and it's very normal. And please don't lose it, guys. Yeah? And I should say, and it's so important to have those desires as something that is motivating us, that is pulling us towards them, and that there is nowhere to get to. Because did you notice in life, even when you achieve something, like getting that job you always wanted, or getting to that salary you always wanted to have, did you notice that once you get there, there's always something else? And it's okay, and it's very good, and it's very positive. The most important thing is to remember that in life, desires are fine, but there's nowhere to get to. Like here and now is more than enough what we have. And like I said to my photographer today, I love coaching. I love working with people, because I love that inquiry when you are kind of like flirting, like, what if this is possible? Or, what else is possible in my life, to have it being more joyful, more interesting, more like I'm passionate. Like yesterday, guys, I done exercise. If any of you been watching my video yesterday, I went live. After 8 years, I had a proper like hard-on workout. Don't ask me to get up today and tomorrow. Don't even ask me to. I mean, I am like a broken. I've been hit by a bus today. Really, that's why I'm sitting here with you. Not standing. I probably won't move after the broadcasting. But guys, like this is like sheer, I love, the more you get to know yourself, the more you will be able to explore those things that are making you happy, that are making you feel alive, and fill your life with more and more dose. And let go of all those things that are stopping you from having what you really want, including the luck in many, many forms and shapes and colors. Maybe that's what is worth to explore. Like, what else is possible in my life? What else, is possible for me to be able to wake up in the morning and feel like, enjoy the fresh air or whatever, like like when you just suddenly realize. It happens to me when I travel. I remember I used to travel a lot, and I used to look at the, especially coming to Slovakia, I used to look at the window, like on a bus or on a plane, and I used to, that's when I got really, really present how lucky I am in life. Having that freedom, having that like moment. And I know life is not perfect. Nobody's life, not my life, is perfect. There's always something else I want. There's always something else that, I want it to be more of, or better, or, of course, like we all have that. But in the whole scope of things, really, when we think about it, what we have, and especially, considered to other people, many other people, is more than enough. We are very, very fortunate. So, imagine luck not being like permanent thing, but, happiness and joy being the stepping stones. And it's so important to celebrate them. Another, tip I would like to consist, like what I see how lucky people operate, so-called lucky, but we can call them happy, satisfied, whatever. Is that they like they like that feeling to help others and to experience that feeling of, when I help someone, it's like how lucky I am to help someone. It's like we are going to kids' home, like kids who don't have a parents type of home. I forgot how it's called in English. Sorry, guys. To give some clothes, and I'm always up to something, whether it's Ukraine or actually causes that people don't even know about. That what attracts me even more, because they need normally more of our help, or not being talked about. Anyway, it's amazing feeling to give, and give unconditionally, and of course from the heart. And I think that brings a lot of luck, because energetically, with us giving away, we are actually receiving 10 times more. And from my experience, it always comes back to you in different way, in many forms, maybe a little bit later, maybe even that day. But that's the energy of luck and fortune and abundance. Helping others, definitely. And having, for me, is also that space where I am able to be a contribution. By the way, hello to all of you joining: Emma, Timmy, Lucka, Michaela. Hi guys, hi. And let me know, my question at the beginning was, when did you last time felt lucky? So that's my question. And second question I give you later on. So, but first, when did you last time felt lucky? Write in the comments. Tip number 4, while you're writing, I'm going to share some more. Tip number 4 is leave the room for randomness, can't say this, spontaneity. Yeah, with other words. Don't, it's so easy for us with all the, kind of duties, daily tasks, routines, to get in this, dun, 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 ticking the boxes. I'm guilty of that. So important, and I do that consciously now, to remove myself, especially as a mom now, on top of everything, to remove myself from treating every day as a let's wait for Friday, or whatever context you have. Just like, let's get this work week out of the way, and here we come the weekend, or something like that. Like, it's so important to leave the room for being spontaneous. It's like, I don't know, like, you don't have to have kids to take the kite out when there is a little bit windy and sunny, like me other day. I had no idea how to put the bloody thing. Luckily, I met a lovely man, another father who done it for me. But you don't have to have a kids to, do you think you will look silly? No. Like, if that's something that would make you do something that you don't normally do. Oh, we are back. Okay. Maybe stepping out of your comfort zone, like, I don't know, learn Spanish, or, a lot of us have a conversation like, I have no time for nothing. Guys, I had this conversation as a mom for a long time, and now I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, and no kidding, I don't grab work. I go and brush my teeth, I put the candles out, and I give myself beautiful, beautiful yoga and meditation workout, and it fuels me for the rest of the day. I don't know, whatever it is, whether it's walk in a park or something, now the autumn is so beautiful, so many leaves, leave the room for randomness. If it's going with your spouse or with your loved one, go somewhere you haven't been before. Different restaurant, try different food. Like, I love variety, and I think as a people, we need a lot of variety in our lives, as well as routine. There needs to be like nice balance, and when it's harmonized, like everything in our lives, it really works well. Another tip is that, be on a lookout for luck. It might be a silly thing, but be on a lookout for life. Is always something you can stumble upon, and have like eyes open in different words. Be in a presence of abundance. And we all are in a, if we allow ourselves to see, to feel, to experience it, and to admit it, we all are in a space of abundance. We have a abundance of water, we have abundance of oxygen, we have, abundance of energy. Actually, even when we are feeling tired, guys, when you get some rest, your body is amazing, this amazing machine which got the capacity to heal itself, and to, there is so much abundance. We have abundance of, light, we have abundance of sunlight, whichever way you look at it. Now you look at the trees and all the colors, there is so much abundance in this world and in your life. It's just very important to kind of look for it, be present of it, and then be on the lookout and open, like literally. And that's a lot to do with living your life consciously, in a conscious way, is to be on the lookout for miracles in life, for that something that, that warms your heart, that creates a space for vulnerability, sensuality, sensibility, to be open, to notice little things. Because when you are able to notice those little things, then the chances are you will be more open to luck, to fortune, to conversations. And by the way, guys, how it works in my life is that one thing is leading to another. Did you ever notice, like, conversation? It's interesting. Yesterday I went for this workout, and the first part of that workout I had this beautiful young woman that was my trainer, and yet again it just works like unbelievably in my life now, that I don't attract random people. All the people who come to me either as a clients or as a friends or as a, my trainers or photographers, there are people who are thinking similarly, who are open to, holistic things, and open-minded people, and very either, already in the process of transformation or open to it, or, they know there is something else possible, and there's something between up there and up here that we cannot maybe touch, we cannot explain that, but there is something that is unspoken, but we all feel it. I love that, and I'm absolutely certain of it. But what I want to say is that be on the lookout for luck is being open, being present, and living life more consciously, and training that. Training for it is, one way is, taking time, solid time in your everyday life, even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, for the kind of, some kind of practice that works for you. You can walk in a park, yoga, meditation, that brings you back to the present moment, to yourself, to your soul, to your connection with something, but mainly bringing you back to peace, to that peace in your head, in your mind, where there, maybe even for a split second, or maybe for 3 seconds if you're lucky, but to the place where you finally have no thoughts. There is nothing that worries you, there is nothing you are thinking about the future, there's nothing coming back to you from the past. There is just now. And it's quiet. And in that space, there is a big gate and big opening for miracles and for luck. Different ways we call it, but it's all really similar or same energy. Number 6, take a chance. And what I mean by this is get yourself out of the comfort zone. I can't even tell you, in the past I've been doing many programs which been, personal development programs, which every single one of them, and you landmark people, you know what I'm talking about, take you well out of your comfort zone. Like the projects I've been doing, like, in some points I was like pinching myself whether it's really me standing here in front of these people, all these people, or daring to do the documentary film about people suffering of Alzheimer's disease, or different kind of things that I've done, and it was all out of my comfort zone. Yoga, when I was during the Olympic Games, where I was doing Yoga for Africa, that was a huge project. Or when I was launching yoga for 5,000 people, it was like me, really, little me. I was well out of my comfort zone. But guys, that's where the growth happens, and that's where expansion happens. And just the same way as the universe, we as a human beings love, feel that we are moving forward. One of the times when people come to me is like, Lewis, everything is okay with my life, but I just feel like I'm stagnating. I'm not learning. I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like I'm not even alive. Like, I don't feel fully alive. So sometimes people come to me with the coaching, not just with the, like huge things or huge problems or divorces or whatever, relationships problems. Yes, that as well. But sometimes it's just sheer like, is this it? Or is there something else that I can experience in this life that is going to make me feel more alive, more fully alive. Then number 7 is create your own luck through, I wanted to say hard work when I was writing this, but I reframed it through consistency. So guys, I've been doing this work for many years, and many of you watched me, and I'm a successful coach and so on. But let me tell you, it was an easy ride. Many times before, my practice became successful, I almost gave up. I even gave up. And, but something always brought me back. Because to me, it's like a breathing. It's like, if you take this off me, it's not about money. It's not about, I don't know, like for me, it's like breathing. It's like something coming through me, and I've got a need to share it. And that's why I even talk to you. And I always have a wish that, maybe this is my way how to, give something back and also leave something, once I'm not physically here anymore. And if I can't do it, it would be probably like someone chopped my hand off, or, like you have professional athletes and suddenly they can't compete anymore, and they'd be so passionate about, I don't know, runners, sprinters, and suddenly they have an injury and they can't do it. Well, that would be me. And what I mean by it, it wasn't easy, and it came with the consistency and with me, often working throughout the night. And when I was writing my book, it was whenever I got the inspiration, and sometimes it was 2:00 in the morning. It wasn't just question that's the only time I had. Yes, actually with 2 kids, yes, that's as well. But actually sometimes I just put on the candle and it was coming out of me, and it wasn't time to sleep, it was time to create. And so I did write. And I am someone who follows my intuition. But really, number 7 is, create your own luck by consistency, and consistency meaning, not just like hard work, going after what you really, really want, and never giving up. If something is really in your heart and you want it, you desire it so much that it moves you, it touches, inspires and moves you, and it makes you almost like, oh my God, like, and sometimes, with that is connected a frustration, like why I'm not there, why I don't have it yet. It's okay, it's normal, it's emotions, we are humans. But please don't give up, because consistency is going to, it's like I imagine it like a sieve, like when you have a sieve, and it's like drops, and then consistency is that thing when you keep on dropping, and suddenly, and first like nothing is coming out, no liquid, nothing out of the sieve. But once you, is this a sieve? I don't know, correct me if I'm talking nonsense, but you know what I mean. That's what I'm showing. Barburka, ciao. Ivanka, ciao. Lenka, everyone, Radka, hi guys. First you are putting so much energy into something and might not be happening for ages, what seems to you like ages, because it's not easy to be consistent with something. But then eventually it starts like leaking a little bit, and then a little bit, and then it starts pouring, and that's when you are then in a, like in a state of abundance. And it takes something, but the consistency and perseverance, and behind all that, what is the most important is your why. When I clarified my why for doing what I'm doing, this is part of it, that was it. Even when I have a little sniffles, I don't know if you can hear, but nothing takes me away. Like, of course, after this, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to rest because it was very busy day already. But, I love to be here for you, and it's not about me. I know I look quite nice. I've got a lot of makeup on today, but it's not about that. It's about, what? The thought when I started doing this first was that it was a wish that maybe if only one person on the other side hears something in what I'm saying that is going to contribute to them and is going to stay with them like a little seed, maybe at the back of the mind, or maybe even consciously, and they're going to remember it or subconsciously remember it, and it's going to shift or make them think or talk to their friends about it, like, what, like, I wanted to. That would be amazing. If I can plant the little seeds, and we all do it, and we all can do it, by the way. It's just I dare to show up on a camera every 2 weeks, whenever I can. So, yes, like, create your own luck through, being consistent in what you feel you're good at, and you feel that you can contribute to others with. And also, how luck works is when we are in that state that we are creating or co-creating for a higher good of all. So it's not just for you to earn money or for, I don't know, for you to be happy or feel good. But it's for higher good of all, like, I'm very excited at the moment. We have one, me and my husband, we already helped one young boy at the time, who literally we just picked up from the street, and my husband and but I give credit to my husband, he literally, I dare to say, made a man out of this guy, who is like his distant family, and now he's very successful businessman. He's got his own wife from Portugal, and I'm so proud of him. He's just this amazing, beautiful, charismatic young man who, we've been able to contribute to. He lived with us, and, my husband gave him first job and so on. And, I never forget how we brought him from the from the train station in Walthamstow, and on the way home we went to Sainsbury's to buy him a duvet and a pillow, so he's got something to sleep under. So and now I'm excited again, about the opportunity we can yet again we have opportunity to give it to another young man who, and it came to our lives, and this is exactly it will be for higher good of all. He's going to help my husband because his business is going very well now, and it's going to, we are able to contribute, and he's going to contribute to us. And I just I love co-creating and doing things this way, and I believe that's the space where luck lives, where the fortune, where the abundance show up. Another one is number 8 is seeing the positive side. I know as a human beings we so have a tendency to see things like the grass is greener on the other side. The neighbor has got that and I don't, or I don't know. Well, in order to create luck in our life, I believe that it's important to be already in the energy of being the lucky ones. Yeah. Like when you perceive yourself as being the lucky one, like you are the one who is born under the lucky star and is nothing but a conversation. Our life, and actually what is responsible for happiness in our lives, is nothing but a set of conversations we are holding, especially about ourselves. So, you know, when you view yourself, you know, there is a huge difference between you viewing yourself like not enough in any kind of way, you know, whether it's career or anything else. And there is a huge difference by seeing yourself as successful, because everything is relative in life. Everything is, did you notice, everything is like, there's no truth. You know, what is enough for you might not be enough for me, or well enough for me. Yeah? It's interesting, isn't it? Like, it's all perspective. And, you know, guys, I want to share with you also, I mean, obviously through the pregnancy, carrying 2 babies in my huge belly at the time. Of course, I look very different than I used to, you know, before, and when I was a yoga teacher. It's a very different woman from me. But do you know what, guys? I've seen my photographer. I was doing photo shoot earlier today, and she let me to have a sneaky peek in her camera. I was like, show me some, Susie. And she showed me. And do you know what, guys? I think I keep on growing as well myself. We all, if we are open to it, we have this capacity to grow and expand, and our mind as well, and perception about ourselves. Because I tell you, it wasn't easy for me. Like, you know, having almost 20 kilos on the top is which I had before. Now it's not so many, but you know, like, it's even hard to say it, never mind like to carry it, and you know, children up the stairs, you know, it's just, and plus, you know, everything changes. But you know what I say, I still look, you know, I still have more kilos on top than, you know, before I had a children or started IVF. In fact, that's when I started, because all the hormones they kind of make you like, you know. But, and of course I don't regret it, I've got 2 beautiful children. But seeing those pictures today, I actually said to my photographer saying, Susie is no longer, you know, yoga teacher me, right? But guys, I swear to God, I think I progressed. And the reason why I say that is that I didn't see, you know, before, like, you know how we're critical to ourselves, and it's like, oh, you know, I've got a little bit of fat here and a little bit of fat there. And it's not like I would show up in miniskirts. Of course, you adjust your wardrobe. But, you know, I want to say that what I saw on that camera, on those pictures, through that little lens, was this mature, beautiful woman. Was the queen, was the person I became through this wonderful process of, you know, which happened after becoming a mom. So, you know, I am very, very, the perception and seeing the positive side on everything, you know, like, is very important. And sometimes it takes time. Like, it took me time to, you know, fully embrace and accept myself. And, you know, at the same time, I go in the gym, and if I lose some weight, fantastic, I'm going to celebrate. If not, I love myself already, because I feel beautiful. So that's what I mean. Genuinely, you know, feeling positive about things. For some people it's a little bit luckier because they grew up in that kind of environment. For some of us it's a little bit harder because we haven't been naturally wired that way in terms of our upbringing, or partially, like, you know, I had a half and half, so, you know, so yeah, that's what also is very important, and that brings a lot of this energy of, you know, luck and attracting luck into our lives. Number 9, and by the way, if you have any others, please add them in. Like, I would love to, Barborka, Ivanka, girls, I don't see your comments, but please keep on commenting and I will reply. Or if you want to send me a personal message, I would love to hear that as well. So let me know if I'm missing anything, because, you know, like, there's a lot of things that influence our happiness and luck in life. But number 9, what I've got here is accept that setbacks happen. And this number 9 is almost one of the most crucial things that I wanna say here, because, and it happened to me also, when I had a period of my life when I was, I would say, off. I didn't feel myself. There was something odd. Something was off. Something, you know, I didn't feel myself. The things around me, I was nervous. Things been triggering me more than, and guys, it wasn't like 15 years ago. It happens to me still. I'm talking to you very openly because I promise that I will be, and I always will be authentic here. You know, when you are like kind of, it's almost, I experience like disconnection with myself. And I honestly promise you, like, sometimes I feel like this, you know, you don't, when you are in it, you don't feel that it's gonna end, or you know, you are in it. That's what I'm trying to say. What is very important is that everything passes, like good things and bad things as well. And also states of mind, our moods, our emotions, they're like flaky, you know. So inside of this, I want to say it's also very important to accept that setbacks happen. You're going after goal, you know, you're hunting for deer. I don't know, I use the example, right? You're going for deer. Deer is there, you can see him. Long time it took you till you found the deer in that bloody forest even. But you now have the deer in front of you. You are aiming, right? Like you can see him, you position yourself, and suddenly, a crack, you know, there's a noise. Deer runs off. And you're like, fuck, I should have shoot then. Like, I should have not waited. I had a perfect position and I didn't. I hesitated because I was waiting for the better, you know, I don't know, something better. Just one more second and I would concentrate fully, and I missed it. No, those things happen. That's life. You know, that can be a setback. There might be no more deers for like what feels like ages. But, you know, there is a reason why that deer run away and why you shoot the one that he came after. Why? Well, a lot of times synchronicity and all the reason why things happen, and even the timing of the things. I'm experiencing this in my life now, that even the timings, the sequence, the countries I lived in, the, you know, coronavirus inside it, you know, it's just perfect. But didn't feel like that then. When that deer ran away, I thought the world is going to collapse. Or when I was in that, like, what shall I do? What shall I do? I don't know. I have a client at the moment, and she keeps on saying, I don't know. Do you know what it is? When we say I don't know, we are refusing to take responsibility for our lives. Because let me tell you, you do know, but sometimes you are scared to see. Not just you, me as well. Yeah, we always do know, but sometimes it's not easy to look and to admit and to really go there, you know, because it might require some change that you are uncomfortable with. And by the way, change is something I will be definitely talking about towards the new year. I'm so excited and inspired. But in the meantime, let me know, guys, what else you want to talk about. And now, finally, number 10, stay in the present. It is something that I already mentioned, is being conscious and aware there is some things that you can change in life. There are some things that you can't, like the family we don't choose. And some circumstances, of course, come to our lives. You know, a lot of things we can actually not influence in our lives. But, you know, like, because we cannot influence a lot of things in our lives, it's actually very, it's also opening gates for luck, because it goes for negative and positive way. So I would probably use the example like waking up in the morning. If you wake up in the morning, and many people do, with thinking, oh my god, what is going to go wrong today? Or, you know, the boss is calling you and you're like, oh, what now? Yeah, it's like, what have I done? Yeah. Or boss might be calling you to announce your promotion, or just ask you for a drink. You know, it's like what state of mind you are in, it is what you are very likely to attract, including luck in your life. Yes. And so, you know, waking up in the morning with, I wonder, like, you know, with that openness, like, I wonder what I'm going to experience today. I wonder who I'm going to meet. I wonder what I'm going to learn, or, you know, like that. Like our children approach life without realizing it, with so much spontaneity, and they're so, like, they've got a wide open head for anything new. They are like sponges, and everything is, frankly, a lot of things are new. I see it with my kids. Like, it's like, wow, like life is wondrous space. And I think part of us attracting luck into our life is to return being inspired by children, and return back into this space of wonder, where we come out of the routine and allow ourselves to just kind of experiencing the world through this new lens. And autumn is beautiful season for this, because the nature is changing. The days are getting shorter. We are going kind of inwards. We are like closing down. There is a time where there's a perfect time to get the candles out, and, you know, for these cozy little evenings where we don't go out anymore, but we have this opportunity to kind of like hibernate, but it can be very, very positive thing. And this time is also to rest, rejuvenate, and to, just like nature, right, to just rejuvenate and rest enough, so then when spring comes and summer, we have plenty of energy to enjoy and to embrace, and to you know, live the fullness of that season then again. So staying in a present moment is being in a presence of you being already lucky in life, being in a presence of miracles that are so everywhere. Like you yourself, if you're watching this, if you're sitting there, like here, like you are total miracle. Like, do you know how many coincidences had to be in a perfect balance for you to exist, to breathe on this planet, and even like be healthy and being able to walk and experience every day? I mean, that's just so lucky, you know. So guys, we all come like from extreme doses of like just sheer fact that we are alive. Is amazing fortune and abundance of a lot of situations that had to happen for us to be alive. So with that, guys, I'm going to close, and yay, we got a 2 o'clock, so perfect timing. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what did you get from this streaming, and thank you for sharing, because I know afterwards you will be sharing, and I would love to hear. So share, because this way, this is also space of contribution and abundance when we share with each other. I love when this all is interactive. So have a great weekend, guys, and I will speak to you with my beautiful co-presenter Zuzana in 2 weeks time, and possibly we will be streaming in Slovak. So I will see you soon, and I will see you then.